Hello, Pageant Angels! Welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Rafi. For today's vlog, meron akong guest na makakasama natin from Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Walang iba kundi si Miss Makati. Siya si IVANNA Kamil Pacis. Say hello to my Pageant Angels, IVANNA Kamil Pacis. I call them Pageant
Hello,
Angels.
Pageant
Oo.
Angels! Hello, Rafi! Hello, everyone! Thanks all for
Oo.
watching.
Yun. Anong ginagawa mo? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, kumusta yung life mo? Kumusta ang Makati ngayon, Ivana?
Mm-hmm. Well, so far, so good. Well, we can't deny naman that the past few months was really, ano ba, it was really full of struggles and adapting
Correct.
to the new normal, diba? But now, everything is better, thank God. My family's okay, I'm okay. Now, I'm very, very busy, very hectic ng sked because I'm back again to training naman for my pastorela, for my Katalk and Q&A. And I'm also trying to prepare na a lot of things that I will be bringing for our finals night and also for the week where we will be isolated. So, ayun, marami pa rin activities in that time frame. So, I'm very much busy but I'm enjoying every moment. And ito, very excited na kasi malapit na yung October 25.
Kaya kami din. Excited na rin kami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super ilang days na lang ba? Actually,
1
exactly
month.
a month na lang, di ba?
Correct.
Yes. So,
time flies.
So, I'm very excited, very thankful na finally it's going to happen na wala nang aberya or any delays. So, I'm really happy. I'm really excited also to see my fellow candidates again. We haven't seen each other for so long except sa mga Zoom meetings like this. So I'm excited now we will, get to bond again after how many months.
Correct. Tama. Tama nga naman. At saka, talaga, time flies. Biglang, di ba? Parang
Yes,
kailan
I
lang.
know.
Finally, this is it. Yung preparations nyo, makikita na talaga, di ba?
Yes. Kaya this month talaga is full of preparations for everyone. As in, parang we really need to condition our minds, syempre physical, emotional, because the finals is somewhere near na.
Correct talaga. Kaya nga, I just want to say thank you talaga sa'yo kasi talagang naglaang ka ng time for this interview. Talagang,
Thanks
diba?
for having me, though.
Oo. Kasi para malaman din ng Pageant Angels natin yung story mo. Talagang, diba? Yun yung pinaka-importante talaga.
Yes.
Yun. For those na hindi nakakakilala kay IVANNA Kamil Pacis, sino nga ba si IVANNA Kamil Pacis? Para sa Pageant Angels natin.
Well, ano ba? Well, I first joined the beauty pageant when I was 13 years old. I was in second year high school. I had no idea what beauty pageants were. I didn't even know how to walk in heels. I didn't know how to put makeup on. So sobrang newbie ako talaga sa pageant world when I was 13 years old. And I got discovered by my high school teacher, Sir Epilogo. And since noon, sumasali na ako sa mga pageants. But it wasn't really something that I want for myself. Because nga, syempre, my family and my handler at that time, sige, sali ka. But it wasn't really something that I was very passionate about. Maybe because, syempre, bata pa ako, I was very immature, and then I was still studying. So, ang priority ko at that time is to finish my studies, of course. Kumbaga, yung pagsali ng pageant was, it's an extracurricular activity for me. But I think now, looking back, it was a very good stepping stone, yung pag-build mo ng confidence. And,
correct.
Basta being on stage, for me kasi, I always tell people na there's really something about being on stage that teaches you a lot of things, diba? Confidence, yung rapport mo with the audience, the way you speak, the way you, like what I said, connect to the audience, connect to yourself as well, yung presence of mind. And it's something that you can apply kahit hindi ka naman beauty queen, kahit nasa corporate world ka, diba? Or nasa events industry or whatnot. It's something that you can apply sa personal life mo or whichever career you're in. So, yun, that's what I usually share. And that's why I fell in love with pageantry and being on stage. That's why I was also a part of the modeling industry here in the Philippines. So, ayun, more than yung aura-aura, there's really something about the stage that teaches you a lot about confidence and stuff like that.
Correct.
So, I'm a graduate of Broadcast Communication from PUP Manila. Proud
Manila.
Yes, I graduated 2016. So, after college, that's when I joined Miss World Philippines 2016.
Yeah.
That was my very, very first national pageant. But I was Miss Makati when I was 18 years old. That was 2014.
2014.
And then at that time, yes, so I told myself, I really want to represent Makati City in the national stage. So that was my dream when I won Miss Makati 2014. So 2016, someone asked me to join Miss World Philippines. Exacto, I didn't have any job pa at that time kasi nga fresh out of college. So I joined Miss World Philippines. Yon, I was blessed enough to land second princess. Yung kabatch ko si Catriona. And yes, it was such a very, very nice experience. And as a newbie in the national pageantry at that time, it was ang dami ko natutunan actually, and to be a part of a very prestigious pageant was already an honor. So, yun, binaon ko lahat ng learnings ko from there, yung siguro pag-build ng confidence, and even kumaga knowing myself better, kung ano ba talaga yung gusto kong ma-showcase, or like yung purpose ko why I joined pageants, diba? Kasi at that time, parang, sali ka lang, di ako, sali naman ako, without, without, parang it's really not something that came from my heart. Ganyan. So, yun, ang dami kong natutunan at that time because I was only 19 years old at that time. Turning 20 actually. So, it was a long, long time ago. And then, now, after 4 years, I joined another beauty pageant.
It came back more
here
strong
in Miss
na.
Universe Philippines. Yes. So,
and it shows.
I had a lot of learnings.
Yes.
Yeah. Siguro, mentally, I am more matured. I can handle na yung pressure. And, I mean, hindi naman nawawala yun, yung pressure and all. But now, I can handle it even better than yun nga before. Yeah.
Talagang mas okay talaga kapag may experience ka, di ba? Totoo yun.
Yes.
Dami kang natututunan. So yun, meron tayong 20 major questions, then meron tayong 7 questions from your fans, then I have 3 final questions. Parang Miss Universe lang siya, no?
Okay.
A total of 30 questions. More in Q&A kasi tayo ngayon.
Okay.
Parang nagpa-practice lang. So, yun.
Yes. Go ahead. Laban.
At alam ko na magaling ka dyan sa aspeto na yan.
Ay, wow.
Diba?
Thank you. Sana nga.
Diba? So, yun. First question from 20 major questions. What are your preparations in competing Miss Universe Philippines 2020?
Well, I really needed to prepare for a lot of things, especially because it's been a while since I last joined the beauty pageant. So I felt like I really needed to first reintroduce myself in the industry because yun nga, kahit na I joined the very prestigious pageant before, it's been 4 years so now that I'm back, alam mo yung parang nangangapa pa din ako sa on how the industry works and how to mingle with other people. So I felt like I really needed to start from the bottom again. So it's been a while then since I last did a catwalk for yung pageant catwalk talaga. So I really needed to train for my catwalk, for my passerella, because yes, I do runway modeling, but syempre, diba, iba kasi yung walk yung pageant walk sa modeling walk, diba? It's such a huge difference, yes. So, yun, I really needed also to prepare for my Q&A. I really needed to keep myself updated sa news and current affairs and a lot of other things like pop culture and stuff like that. So, ayun, I really needed to prepare for a lot of things talaga, and also prepare my like physically, emotionally, and mentally. Na something that took me a while then to condition. Although up until now naman, I'm still trying to learn a lot of things. But for me, it's important kasi na buo yung loob mo if you join a beauty pageant. Like, you really need to have a thick face for this industry because diba, there are a lot of people who would criticize you, bash you. Ganon, yes. So, yeah, and at the end of the day, it's still a competition and you're competing with equally beautiful and intelligent ladies. So, you really needed also to step up your game. It was also something that I really needed to prepare for because, it's Miss Universe Philippines. So, I really wanted to give my all.
Correct, sir. And connected that question, which part of the competition do you spend the most time preparing pa? It pasarela ba or
Mm-hmm.
Q&A?
Actually, equal yung pasarela and Q&A
Mm-mm.
training, but recently I've been training for my pasarela catwalk
Mm-mm.
more. For me kasi, yes, Q&A is important, but before you get to Q&A, you have to impress them first, di ba? With your pasarela and your catwalk. So right now, it's really something that I'm trying to polish because it's not naman that far from perfect, but I'm very much particular kasi with like how I walk, because for me, that's really the way that you can show people na you're confident, diba? Na you're a phenomenal woman.
Correct.
So it speaks a lot about who you are without even saying anything. Yung
Correct.
confidence mo, yung charisma mo when you walk on stage. So yun, that's siguro the one thing that I prepare the most out of anything.
At least alam mo kung saan mo gustong mag-focus ka, 'di ba?
Yes.
At alam mo kung saan ka
Mm-hmm.
parang weak. So 'yun, na-recognize mo siya. So next
Yeah.
question naman, tell me more
Mm-hmm.
about your advocacy, about the
Mm-hmm.
your suicide
Yes.
advocacy.
So my advocacy is suicide prevention awareness. It's a part of mental health advocacy
Correct,
in
correct.
general,
In
diba?
general.
But I really wanted to focus on that specific
Specific.
awareness because mental health is very broad, diba? And
Yes.
daming different elements or components of mental health itself. But I really wanted to focus on suicide prevention awareness because it's
Mm-mm.
something that had happened to me personally. So it's really my way of sharing my testimony, and through that, I get to inspire people that they are not alone in their journey if they're
Journey.
having mental health concerns or problems. So, ayun, 3 years ago, I suffered from severe anxiety. I would always have episodes of anxiety attacks. And because of that, actually, yun yung one of the reasons why yung pag-join ko ng pageants got delayed. Kasi diba after 2016,
Changes.
after Miss World
Oo nga
Philippines, I
eh.
told
Oo.
myself, parang, siguro when I turn 21 or 22, pwede na akong mag-join ng another national pageant again, ganyan, ganyan. But because of what I struggled mentally, napopostpone ko siya, na-delay ko siya because of it. And ayun, it was really a hard time for me. It's one of the darkest phases of my life, and I got to learn a lot of things from that experience. And I wouldn't really have thought na one day I would advocate for it. Na whatever I have experienced before is something na I would be able to inspire other people naman. Kaya at first it was really hard for me to speak up about it because yun nga, at first kasi I didn't really know what anxiety was. I only know depression, diba? But specifically anxiety, parang it's not something that is oftenly talked about by other
Correct.
people because I don't know, siguro mas relevant ang depression because
Depression.
mas madami siguro nakaka-experience or something like that. But anxiety itself, it's the same as depression naman. Parang you cannot say naman na kung ano yung mas malala or something. They're both very serious mental health concern or problem. But it really depends with the person. So when I was struggling from anxiety, yun nga, I experienced a lot of horrible things, mga traumatic experiences, and I just never thought na one day I would advocate for it. And whatever I have experienced in the past, I'm just so glad that I was able to be
Overcome.
vocal about it, because yun yung problem when it comes to mental health concerns, is that you will really have a hard time opening up to other people. Kaya nagkakaroon ng suicidal tendencies yung mga tao, or like me before when I experienced it, because I was so afraid to share it to other people. I kept it in myself because I felt like no one would understand. Parang ako, I can't even understand what I was going through. Na parang, ano ba itong nag-feel ko? I feel like there's something wrong with me. I just can't pinpoint kung ano ba yun. Parang, ano ba, may sakit ba ako physically? Ganyan, may cancer ba ako? Or what? I can't really pinpoint exactly what I was going through, but I know when I felt something was wrong with me. And at that time kasi, di ba, ang dami naman ng mental health campaigns, di ba, here in the Philippines. But I told myself, feeling ko I'm not someone who would experience that. Parang feeling ko okay naman ako ganyan until it happened to me. And that's when I realized na it's really it's real, and it's a very, very serious problem that a lot of people might experience, but they just don't know how to deal with it. So, ayun, it was right now I there are times na it's still hard for me to talk about it, but I feel like maybe it's really the purpose why I experienced it. Na now
Or
I was able to advocate for
advocate.
it, and share my testimony to other people and inspire them na if they're going through something, they need to get help. They need to get professional help. If they need medication, if they need therapy, yun din. And breaking the stigma of seeking professional help if you have any mental health problems. Yun din yung
Correct.
something that I want or I aspire for a country. Ma-break
Yes.
yung stigma na if
Stigma.
nagpatingin ka sa psychologist, di ba, parang
Parang,
baliw ka na or something
well,
like that, na abnormal ka na. But that's not true.
kinakatakutan ka na, parang gano'n. Di ba? May mga
Yes, oo. Parang salad ka or something
mm,
na parang malas ka. May mga ganong stigma here in the Philippines. And it's so hard to break that na ang hirap nang tulungan yung mga tao who are suffering from it, pero mas mahirap to break the stigma. Kumbaga yung sakit or yung mental health problems like depression or anxiety is as harmful as the stigma here in the Philippines.
totoo.
So,
True.
bago sa sarili natin na i-break yung ganong mindset na it connotes a negative it connotes a very negative statement sa buhay natin if we know someone who would seek a medical or professional help if they have any mental health concerns. So normalizing seeking medical or professional help if you have mental health concern, and breaking the stigma talaga when
Stigma.
it comes to mental health in
Correct.
general.
And I like that advocacy. At saka kasi personal mo talaga din siyang na-experience, di ba?
Yes,
And,
actually. Mm-mm. When
and
I joined kasi nung Miss World, parang I didn't really have a very specific advocacy, and I felt like, parang ang hirap mag-isip di ba? Parang, yes, it's kind of a mandatory na parang dapat pag beauty pageant candidate ka, dapat may advocacy ka rin, ganyan. And at that time, I didn't really have anything, maybe because hindi ako well-experienced and I just graduated from college. And then, now looking back, yun nga, I felt like maybe yung reason why I went through a very, very dark phase of my life was maybe because yun yung purpose ko now. I mean, kahit hindi sa beauty passion, but now it's my advocacy na forever ko na siya maging advocacy and my
true.
purpose in life to advocate for it.
Totoo. Totoo. Kasi, lalo na, nakakabahala na. Lalo na ngayon, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Kasi super,
Yes.
pabatay ng
Mm-hmm.
pabatay nagkukumit ng suicide, di
Yes.
ba?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
talagang,
That's really sad. Especially now na we're in the midst of a pandemic.
oo,
A lot of
totoo.
people lost their jobs or probably their businesses, mga livelihood nila, or probably the people that they love because of COVID-19. And yun yung, wala namang specific study or numbers, but a lot of professionals or experts would say na tumataas yung suicide rates here in the Philippines or probably in the world because of the pandemic itself. So it's really relevant na kahit hindi ka nakaka-experience ng any mental health problem or concern, it's still good that you are very much aware of it because you don't really know depression or anxiety
Totoo.
does not have a face. Ako, I'm a very funny person, parang I'm the clown of the room or my family, ganyan. But I didn't know na yung pinakamasaya pang tao, you wouldn't really know na siya pa yung may mas mabigat na pinagdadaanan. Na you'll never know, walang sign, ganyan, tumatawa siya or something. But yun nga, at the end of the day, we don't really know kung sino sa friends natin or sa family natin yung going through something. So ikaw, kung wala kang ganung problems or concern, as long as you are aware, mas magiging sensitive ka sa people around you.
Totoo.
With the way you interact, ganyan, or converse to other people, mas magiging sensitive ka din at the same time.
Totoo. At yung pinaka-important maging vocal talaga, di ba? Sa lahat ng
Yes,
bagay.
oo. And if you have a friend, alam mo yun, kung gusto niya magkwento, makinig ka lang,
Makinig ka lang.
Ako nung time na yun, sobrang nakatulong sa akin yung at least may isa akong taong napapag-open up. Kahit na hindi siya makatulong or hindi siya makapag-advise, okay lang sa akin as long as he or she is
Makikinig.
there to listen.
Listen.
That's a huge factor na
Factor
towards
talaga.
healing. Mm-mm.
Totoo, totoo. Kasi last year, I've experienced kasi one of my relatives talaga, nag-commit siya ng
Mm-mm.
suicide. Talagang nagkulong lang siya,
Mm-hmm.
tapos
Yeah.
nagpo-post na siya sa Instagram niya or sa Facebook, sa social
Mm-hmm.
media na, tapos
Mm-hmm.
hindi niya pala alam, may problema niya. Tapos 'di ba, pag-akyat ng mami niya sa taas sa room niya, yun, wala na siya, nagbigti na
Mm-hmm.
siya. So parang
Mm-hmm.
nakakalungkot ang bata-bata niya pa, tapos 'di ba, nag-quit siya
Yeah.
ng gano'n. So hindi kasi siya nag-o-open up ng mga problem.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Yun yung pinaka
Mm-mm.
number one talaga na dapat gawin, maging vocal sila.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yan. So next question naman is, after Miss World Philippines 2016, why did you join Miss Universe Philippines instead of other national pageants?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe it's because Miss Universe Philippines in 2020 is the very, very first, diba, na
Pioneer
Miss
kayo.
Universe Philippines, yes, we're the pioneer batch. And when I learned about it, I really got interested because it's one of a kind. Alam mo yun, parang to be a part of this first batch is already an honor and a pleasure.
Correct.
And you will be a part of history. So
Correct.
it's something that's so special sa aming lahat na candidates. So, yun, I'm really blessed that I got in and I got to be a part of it. And maybe then because I really admire the vision and the mission of the organization.
New
It's very unique.
organization.
It's very unique then at the same time. And to be a part of it is already a huge pleasure. So, yeah.
Correct. Tama nga naman. Kasi, di ba, iba yung feeling. Tapos, new organization pa. Di
Yes.
ba?
Parang kumbaga, it's a fresh start for everyone. So, to be a part of that,
At
sobrang
saka kung
saya.
mag-aim ka ng crown, universe. Di ba?
Definitely.
Talaga. Correct. So, yun. Next question is, what is your favorite part of being a beauty queen?
Ooh, it's probably having people who constantly support you and keep on believing in you and cheering you on.
Correct.
Right now, I really never expected na I would still have this same support system as I did when I joined Miss World Philippines. Kasi nga, ang tagal na. So, probably a lot of people wouldn't think na sasali pa ulit ako now that I'm 24 years old. And yun nga, it's been a while, diba? So, now, I am so thankful that my fellow Makatizens are still there to support me, to cheer me on, and yung mga tao who supported me during Miss World, hanggang ngayon, sila pa din yung same people or same team that handles me, kumbaga, right now. So, yung fact na I get to meet people ngayon, online na lang tayo, diba? So, I love the fact that there are people who would message me na, "Hi, Ivana, you inspire me, ganyan-ganyan. I'm rooting for you." Yung mga ganong simple messages, I really treasure them. I would take time talaga to reply to these people. Kaya hindi naman sila super dami, but for me, yung interaction na nabubuo, yung friendship na nabubuo, yung mga relationships na nabubuo in the midst of a beauty pageant, it's something that I would treasure. Kasi after naman ng beauty pageant, after ng finals night, we get back to our own lives and andun pa din yung relationships or yung friendships na nabuo mo at that time. So that's really my favorite part, interacting with people and getting to know people who are inspired by my story and by my journey then here in the Miss Universe Philippines.
I think naman kaya nila sinusuportan kasi na-inspired sila sa'yo, di ba? Parang yun yung feeling. Iba yung feeling. Ganun.
Yeah.
So yun. Next question naman is, what kind of day will describe the best day in your life?
Ooh, best day of my life?
Yes.
Ako kasi personally, I'm a beach lover. I love going to the beach or hiking.
Outdoor
Ganyan. Favorite ko
person.
yan. Yes, yes. Although I don't really get but I always don't get the chance to go out as much as I want to sana. Of course, syempre may work and stuff like that. But every time I have the chance to go to the beach or hike, I enjoy it talaga. Parang that's where I feel parang my most calm and peaceful being. Parang ganon. I enjoy really outdoors. I love seeing the ocean, yung simple lang na ganon. So I dream to have a beach house. somewhere sa north, probably La Union, because I love La Union.
La Union.
And yun, siguro best day would be just gigising ka sa morning, so bukas mo ng door mo, andyan yung beach in front of you, so narinig mo yung sound ng waves, kakain ka lang ng fruits, ganyan-ganyan, di ba? Yun. For me, that would be the best life ever.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Totoo. Tama nga naman. Next question is, what are some assumptions people usually make about you?
People think that I'm intimidating, I'm suplada, I'm not approachable, but I'm not really. I'm an events host by profession, so I love talking in general. I'm a very conversationalist. I love meeting new people, hearing stories from new people. So, I love interacting in general. So, it wouldn't really hurt if you say hi or hello to me. Kahit hindi kita kilala, mag-hi ako sa'yo.
Correct.
Hindi tayo close, mag-hi ako sa'yo. Or something like that, yeah.
At saka hindi mo naman talaga makakilala ang isang tao pag hindi mo siya makasama, di ba? Makipag-interact, di ba?
Oo. Actually, guilty din ako dyan. There are times na if you see someone online, hindi mo naman kilala, parang isipin mo, feeling ko sa plala to in person, ganyan. But syempre, mahirap din mag-judge ng ibang tao. Or to parang make up an impression sa mind mo. Iba pa rin talaga if you meet the person.
Correct.
Like physically, di ba?
So, next question naman is, what did you learn during this pandemic?
Main thing that I learned during this pandemic is not to take time itself for granted, and that tomorrow is never
Correct.
promised. Actually, in the midst of the pandemic, there are a lot of things that I kind of regret na, sana pala ginawa ko to, blah, blah, blah. One of the things would be going to church, ganyan. May mga times kasi na, I work even sa weekends or Sunday. So I would tell myself na, if ever I wouldn't be able to go to church, next week na lang, okay lang yan, may next Sunday pa naman. But now, syempre, hindi na ganun yung life natin ngayon. Parang we can just decide na gusto ko mamasyal bukas without even being cautious na saan ba ako pupunta, ganyan, maraming tao dyan, baka may virus dyan or something, di ba? Parang hindi na tayo ganun ka-carefree as much as we are before. So, now we can't really see the people that, we, like yung mga friends natin or family or relatives, di ba? We can just visit them na hindi planado, na hindi natin alam kung what time or what date, di ba? Parang everything has to be planned.
Correct.
Because we're also following yung guidance and the protocols of our government. So, yun, very limited na yung galaw natin ngayon, unlike before. So, yun, natutunan ko na, parang ang dami kong, sana pala, mas kinita ko yung mga high school friends ko, or nag-reunion kami ng mga college barkada ko, na ngayon, parang hindi na siya magiging possible. So, one of the things that I regret talaga is na sana sinulat ko yung mga time, yung mga extra time to really get to know people. And siguro na-observe ko din na every time when we have occasions, di ba? Lagi tayo naka-phone, kaya kasama natin yung family. Lagi tayo naka-phone. So now na yung quarantine pa, yung very strict pang quarantine, parang we're so longing to see our friends or some of our relatives. Pero before, pag nakita natin sila, parang nag-phone lang tayo, hi, hello, here's phone ulit, diba? Pero now, miss na miss natin sila, and we long for their, yung bonding talaga na nagkakausap talaga kayo, hindi lang pure phone or video call. Correct. So, yun.
Tama nga naman. Kumbaga, importante talaga yung time doon natin na
yes.
Next question is, what is your opinion and critics saying that pageants are outdated?
Pageants are outdated? I've definitely disagree sa ganong idea. Especially now, with Miss Universe Philippines, a lot of people also question, why is it relevant pa yung mga beauty pageants na ganyan? Parang we're in the midst of a pandemic and then people would still prioritize Miss Universe Philippines na are they kumbaga playing deaf sa kung ano nangyayari ngayon, na a lot of lives were at stake, ganyan, or at risk rather, and ang daming problems sa mundo ngayon, but bakit pinaprioritize pa ang beauty pageants? And I'm blessed to be a part of of the Miss Universe Philippines organization na they really created a platform wherein kami, like us na candidates were given a chance to choose a beneficiary through the Ring Light series.
Correct.
Na in the midst of a pandemic, kahit lahat naman tayo nahihirapan, lahat tayo struggling equally, we are all given a chance, kaming candidates, to help other people, to be a blessing to somebody through the Ring Light series. And I feel like napaka-unique nung ganong initiative ng Miss Universe Philippines, because hindi lang, yes, they have other organizations that they support, like WWF, AHA Learning Center, the Philippine Fashion Coalition, but kami as a candidate, siguro it's a very personal experience to choose a beneficiary and be a help or be a blessing to this specific person na napaka-unique na I think hindi yun magagawa or hindi pa siya nagagawa ng ibang pageants in the past. Kaya yun, kahit na mahirap yung pageant namin, yung pageant journey namin, maraming ups and downs, maraming mga disappointments, but what drives all of us talaga to continue is because we know na yung fight namin or yung journey namin isn't just something for ourselves. Now, at the back of all these, yung glitz and glamour, we are helping someone someone that we personally know, and yun nga, magiging blessing kami sa life ng taong yun. So, hindi ako part ng Miss Universe Philippines ngayon. I don't think I would be able to be a blessing sa isang tao, because yun nga, we're all struggling talaga right now. So it's such a privilege to be a part of the organization who really aims to be an active social influencer, kumbaga, to impact the lives ng mga Filipinos. So, ayun, I'm really grateful, and I'm also proud na lahat kaming girls were given a chance to choose our beneficiary and help them.
I like that idea talaga, no? It shows na hindi lang talaga siya glitz and glamour talaga. Meron kayong, 'di ba, yung pay-per-view na yun, yung malilikom na yun para sa mga beneficiary yun. So maganda talaga yun, 'di ba?
Yes, exactly.
So, next question naman is, what is your opinion about allowing transgender women joining Miss Universe pageant?
Well, for me, I don't really see anything wrong with it. As long as the pageant allows it, as long as wala namang binibreak na rules or whatever, then go ahead. Parang, I think that's something people need to appreciate about beauty pageants. Na if they really want to campaign for inclusivity, then I think wala namang problema if transgender women would join that beauty pageant. And after all, we're not naman competing, against genders or yun nga, 'di ba? Parang it's a platform wherein we are there, lahat ng mga candidates we join because we have something that we fight for, something that we want to share, kung ano mang advocacy namin, 'di ba? So as long as you have something to represent, kung alam mo na worthy yung ni-represent mo, it might be your advocacy, it might be the province that you represent, 'di ba? It's worth it. For me, ang ganda nga nung ganun because right now in Miss Universe Philippines, we all came from different cities, different provinces. We both have very unique stories to share to other people. And maybe if a transgender woman would join a beauty pageant, she would be able to represent the community that she's a part of. And yun naman yung gusto natin, 'di ba? Na lahat tayo, we want someone to represent us. So, maganda na yung community niya would be heard, would be also acknowledged in the pageantry industry and to the pageant fans as well. So, yun, for me, I don't really see anything wrong with it.
Correct. Kasi why not naman, Miss Universe organization na nga, inallowed na nila. Miss Spain.
Diba?
Miss Spain of 2018, di ba? Angela Ponce, di ba? So, why not, di ba?
Sure, di ba, very historic nung nangyari yun, na talagang in-honor talaga siya. Parang she had a very special moment. And maybe, maybe it's time. I mean, wala namang nangyaring masama.
2020 na tayo, di ba? 2020 na tayo, di ba?
Hindi naman siya nang away ng candidate or nagkaroon ng commotion or something. So it means it's fine, wala namang masamang mangyayari. Wala namang ding magbabago. So why not, 'di ba?
Should just represent the LGBTQ, 'di ba? Yun lang naman yung gusto na So, next question naman is, have you always been confident or have you ever struggled with self-esteem?
Mhm. Yes, definitely. Growing up, I was very thin and I was very tall. So when I was in grade 6, I was really tall na agad na I was even taller than my teachers. And I was taller than my guy classmates. So it
Mm,
was really an insecure. Nung time na yun, syempre hindi ko naman iniisip na, ay, asset pala, pwede pala maging asset yung pagiging matangkad as a girl. Na you can use it pala, like ako, nagamit ko siya through my modeling career, ganyan.
correct.
Parang I had a career because of my height. But nung time na yun, I was in grade 6 ata, I didn't know na may ganung world, 'di ba? Syempre, I was still a student. So, yun, at that time, I was so insecure na I was even taller than my guy classmates. And I would always get teased on because of that, na parang ang laki kong tao. Parang sobrang inggit na inggit ako sa mga classmates kong girls na mga petite, na mga cute, ganyan. Parang ako, parang ang buhala ko, ganyan. Parang lahat ng classmates ko, even my teachers nakatingala sa akin. So
Mm-mm.
sabi ko, feeling ko hindi ako normal, ganyan. Parang sana hindi ako ganito katangkad and all. But yeah, I didn't know na it's a blessing in disguise. And it took
Correct.
me a while to actually embrace na I'm a tall girl,
Mm-mm.
na I'm thin, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi before, parang, hindi ko din gusto na sobrang payat ko, but parang when I grew up, parang we live pala in a society na people see na mas magaganda yung mga payat or something like that. So I really didn't realize those things before when I was still a student. And it took me a while then to build up my confidence and to really deal with my insecurities. Maybe because I really can say na now super confident ko. I mean, I really am, but it's not perfect. Na there are still days na you get consumed or eaten by your own
Correct.
insecurities.
May mga
See,
ganun time.
'di ba? Napaka-basic lang. Minsan, you just go on Facebook or Instagram and then you
Mm-mm.
see someone na, ay, buti pa siya sa beach, ganyan, or buti pa siya may new car, may new bag. Parang it's so easy for us to be so insecure because it's so innate for us human beings to feel that way. But what
Correct.
we can do is to battle that feeling, 'di ba? It's actually a practice. It's a habit na you have to, kumbaga, you have to combat yung mga ganong thoughts whenever you have those feelings na na-insecure
Nasa
ka, ganyan. Kasi
mindset
hindi naman
lang.
siya nawawala. Yes, oo, hindi naman siya nawawala actually. Siguro kahit yung taong pinaka-kiniklaim niya na siya yung
Perfect.
pinaka-confident sa buong
Oo.
mundo would
Nagkakaroon
still
pa rin.
probably, diba? Would still probably feel insecure every now and then. So, ang what you can do talaga or what I do is I practice yung ganong mentality or I make it a habit na if I feel insecure, there are days na I feel very, very insecure, I would constantly tell myself na you are worthy, you are loved, you are okay, you are not perfect, but you will still achieve your dreams, your goals. You can still be the girl that or the woman that you want to
You're
become.
enough. Oo, tama.
Yes, 'di ba? Hindi siya madali. It's easier said than done na, girl, maging confident ka, ganyan. Have confidence, 'di ba? It's so easy to say But if you're there in a situation, mahirap na siya labanan. But
Totoo.
it takes practice. It takes um so many times or chances para ma-convince mo yung sarili mo na confident ka na completely
Totoo.
because it's really hard. It's really hard. And yun, it will be a lifelong commitment to stay true to who you really are because if you really don't know who you are, siguro ganun din yung natutunan ko na the reason why I wasn't confident or because I was so eaten up by my insecurities was because I didn't really know who I am. And hindi naman madali na makilala mo yung sarili mo, diba? It takes a
True.
lot of tears, blood, sweat, tears, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of pains, a lot of, experiences bago mo makilala yung sarili mo. And once you truly know yourself, yung authentic self mo talaga, maging perfect man siya or hindi, positive man or negative yung matutunan mo about who you are, that's the first step na mabibuild mo yung confidence mo. Kasi,
Correct.
you know na kung ano man yung strengths mo or anything that you are capable of, alam mong, ay, hindi to matatanggal sa akin ng kahit na sinong tao. Kahit na ma-insecure ako sa girl na to or sa guy na to, I would know na confident pa rin ako because I know na, ito ang meron ako. Na may meron ka pinanghahawakan na strength mo na alam mo sa sarili mo na you are good at it. So,
Correct.
mas nababawasan na yung low self-esteem mo. And
Yeah.
yun nga, it takes habit, it takes practice. Parang it should be a commitment na ganito, every single time na I would feel insecure, kailangan kong i-pep talk yung sarili ko. I need to
Correct.
motivate myself because hindi siya magagawa ng ibang tao. Kahit na gano'n ka pa magbasa ng mga motivational books. I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. It helps. Yung mga quotes sa Facebook, ganyan, it really helps. But at the end of the day, sarili mo lang yung makakatulong sa'yo to
Makakatulong sa'yo.
really build your
Totoo.
confidence. And trust yourself na matutulungan mo yung sarili mo to build that confidence or earn that confidence. Because hindi siya imposible. Hindi yung imposible. Kasi lahat naman tayo nanggagaling sa ganung point na sobrang wala tayong tiwala sa sarili natin, na hindi tayo nagagandahan or nagagapuan sa sarili natin, diba? But eventually, as time goes by, doon mo ma-realize na napaka-unique mo pala, na napaka-special mo pala, na kahit wala ka nung mga bagay na ina-aspire mo, unique ka pala, special ka. And, you know, you just need to embrace that.
Totoo. Kasi always look for the bright side. Kasi pwedeng meron ako, tapos wala siya. Diba? Parang gano'n.
Yes.
Tama.
Definitely.
Next question is, what is one thing your mom told you that you will always remember?
My mom tells me a lot of things. One thing, hirap personally, well, my mom kasi is such a strong woman. Like,
Strong.
Emotionally, mentally, very strong yung personality niya.
Very close ka naman
and
sa kanya.
Siguro, yes, actually when I was younger, hindi kami like super close. But now that I have matured, and now kasi I have 2 older sisters, so Tres Marias kami, and now I'm the only one na lang na single pa, na hindi pa married. So, ako na lang yung only daughter here sa bahay namin. So, I think mas naging closer kami because, syempre, kami-kami na lang yung nandito sa house with my dad. So, ayun, siguro, growing up, I really looked up to her because, she has a very strong personality, and it's really not easy to be surrounded by 3 girls na mga teenagers before na very pasaway, diba? And she's also a career woman. She was climbing the corporate ladder at the same time, a homemaker. Wow. She does her household chores. She would prepare our things for school, yung mga projects namin, and even may busy siya sa work niya, she would attend lahat ng mga events namin sa school if we're participating in something. So, yun, na-admire ko yung pagiging napaka-holistic niya as a person, as a mom, as a wife, as a friend, as a sister. And siguro it's something that I really want to adapt when I have my own family na. Yung parang superwoman talaga na kaya mo pagsabay-sabayan anything in your life. Na parang lahat ng aspects sa life mo, kaya mo siyang i-handle, kaya mo i-manage because yun nga, you're a superwoman. So siguro yun yung something na I really get inspired by
your mom. True. Is something that you're most proud of?
Something that I'm most proud of, siguro right now, top of my head lang, was when I had my dream internship when I was in college. Because I took up broadcast communication, and it's because I really love radio in general. I grew up listening to radio and admiring a lot of radio DJs. So I loved Magic 89.9. I don't know if you nakikinig ba kayo sa Magic?
Okay.
Probably some of you listen to Magic 89.9, and they were
I love the songs.
my
Gusto ko yung mga kanta
dream.
doon.
Diba? I really admire them sobra when it comes to yung mga DJs nila and the music that they play and who they really are as a brand. So the reason why I took a broadcast communication in college was because I really wanted to pursue a radio career. Like I really wanted to be a part of radio and be a radio DJ. And then when I was in college, I didn't really look for other internship na. I really wanted to choose Magic 89.9 because they were the reason talaga na why I took a broadcast communication.
Galing.
And as in dati pa, nung high school ako, I would parang sasali ka pa sa mga games nila, you would call their landline, stuff like that, and then mag-request ka ng song. And yun, very nostalgic siya for me. So when I got the opportunity to um, to spend my internship, my OJT dun sa station nila. As in, umiyak talaga ako kasi it was really a dream come true. And I really never thought that I would get in. Kasi, yun nga, sikat silang radio station and ang daming students before na gustong maging part nun. So, to be one of them was already an honor. It was a pleasure. And sobrang hindi ko inakala na mangyayari siya. It's parang suntok sa buwan talaga yung ginawa kong yung ginawa kong effort para mag-apply, and I'm so happy that I got in. And then eventually, I auditioned for the Junior Jock program, and then I got in pass. And yun talaga yung dream ko, to be a Junior Jock. And it was really a stepping stone kasi if you want to be a radio DJ. So yun, I'm so proud talaga na I was able to meet yung mga DJs na idol ko before, to go to their radio station, to be on air. Yun, sobrang hindi ko siya makakalimutan. It really helped me build up my my career in events hosting because of that experience. So yun, probably one of the things talaga that I'm very, very much proud of and I will never forget.
Galing. Dream come true, di ba? Dati, dinidream mo lang siya, di ba? Galing.
True. Mm-hmm.
Next question is, do you think social media is a positive or negative thing?
It could be both talaga. It could be positive, it could be negative, and it's really the matter of how you use it. It's just sad because the social media platforms have been an avenue for abuse, for violence, for bullying especially, diba? And fake news. So it's a very powerful tool, but at the same time it's also destructive, and it's really a matter of how you use it and how responsible you are as a social media user, because it's a very, it's a very powerful tool, and it's a platform talaga that we really need to take care of because it also benefits us, diba? Parang we create friendships there, we get to connect to people that we love, we get to share our passions, diba? Kahit nga yung mga plans mo, kung plantita ka or plantito ka, di ba, post mo lang, ganyan. And then, ang dami mo na mag-comment na friends. So, yun, it's such a great way for us to interact to people na we know or probably we not know, di ba? So, it could be both, but it's just sad na nagagamit siya in a lot more, in a very abusive way, bullying and fake news na very rampant nowadays. So, I think that we all need to be very responsible, and especially sa youth, diba? A lot of depression and anxiety are caused by being on social media all the time.
Correct.
Nagiging factor siya actually, and I can't deny it. Ako din naman, may mga times na if I'm having a good day and may nakita ko sa internet, alam mo yun, parang biglang mabubwisit ka na lang bigla, or you'll be in a very bad mood. So, and yung impact niya is very, malaki yung impact niya sa mental health natin. So, we also need to choose things that we consume online, that we read online. If we see something that might trigger us negatively, we have to skip it. Yung ganon. Parang kumaga, it's a conscious effort na maging responsible ka sa lahat ng nababasa mo, sa lahat ng nakikita mo, and be very observant as a social media user.
Totoo. Talaga. At saka it depends talaga din sa gumagamit, di ba? Like for example, sa mga trolls, madaming mga trolls, di ba? So yun.
Yes, sobrang dami.
Nang babash, ganon, ginagamit.
Yes, yun nga yung nakakalungkot no? Na it's an opportunity for like the bad people to really use it against, people that they choose to bully.
Correct.
And yun, nagiging destructive siya in that way. Na sana, ewan ko, hindi ko din sure, but may mga ganong tao na siguro wala talaga silang magawa sa life nila. And nag-enjoy sila sa ganon.
Or sad lang talaga yung story. I mean, yung life nila. So, ganon.
Oo, totoo.
Ay, nako. So, next question naman is, what is the biggest life lesson you've learned after competing Miss World Philippines?
The biggest life lesson is that you shouldn't really belittle yourself or your capabilities. If you feel like other people are dominating like the world that you're living in, don't feel insecure. Don't think that you're such a small person, because you're not. When I joined Miss World Philippines as a newbie sa national pageant industry, I felt like parang feeling ko I wasn't worthy. Parang I feel like I didn't really have that much experience. Syempre, yung mga ibang co-candidates ko, sumali na ng mga ibang pageants before or kilala na ng pageant media. And I felt like, sana pala, ang dami kong regrets and hesitations na sana pala nila sumali, ganyan-ganyan. I would often feel down na kaysa motivate ko yung sarili ko na kaya mo yan, girl, ganyan-ganyan. Mas nangingibabaw sa akin yung insecurity because of that. Kasi nga feeling ko, I'm not capable enough and I didn't really have enough experience. And looking back siguro now, kasi nung time I didn't really expect to be part of the top 5 and to even land yung second princess na title because yun nga, I think sa kaming top 5, ako lang yung walang camp. I was independent. Okay. Up until now, I'm still independent but I have my own team. Pero nung time na yun, syempre, as a newbie, I didn't really have yung mga formal pasarela trainings. I didn't have any Q&A trainings, mga personality development. I didn't even know that you have to train to be a beauty queen. I didn't know na may mga camps pala na mga ganyan na who are willing to help you be a beauty queen. I didn't know at that time. But, yun nga, I belittled myself and I felt like baka hindi ko to kaya or something. You know, I wasn't really motivating myself enough. And hindi ko rin inakala na I would belong to the top 5. Actually, na nung time na yun, sana pala pinagkatiwalaan ko yung sarili ko. Sana pala I believed in myself more. Parang time na yun, kasi sabi ko lang, sana runner-up lang ako. Or at least makapasok ko ng top 5, masaya na ako. But dapat hindi pala ganun yung mindset mo. If you join something, if you entered something, you have to be in it to win. Diba?
Claim
Not
na.
just,
Totoo.
kumaga, wag ka sumali if gusto mo lang maging candidate. Sumali ka because you want to win the competition. So, yun yung natutunan ko ngayon. Probably, ngayon yung mindset ko sa Miss Universe Philippines is, it would be an honor, of course, to be part of the top 5 or the runner-ups, and don't get me wrong, but parang mas, yung motivation ko is eyes on the prize talaga. Na I don't really wanna look back thinking na, ay, sana pala I prepared more, sana pala ginawa ko to, ganyan. Parang I didn't really wanna regret. I don't wanna have regrets at the end of the competition. That's why right now talaga I'm trying to prepare talaga myself holistically para at the end of the day, whatever the results may be, positive one or negative, at least I would tell myself na it's okay because I did what I have to do. Yes, I did my best. And that's enough na.
I like that. Totoo. Tsaka kapag mag-enter ka talaga, gawin mo yung best mo, 100%. Diba? Pala mo lang regrets. Next question is, what is your advice to all the aspiring beauty queens?
My number one, my advice would be, you need to have a very, very thick face.
Correct.
It's not an easy industry to be a part of, especially because you would be considered na as a public figure. A lot of people would really look up to you as well as would criticize you or bash you at the same time because, being a part of a beauty pageant takes a lot of hard work then. And yung responsibility mo as a candidate, diba? You have to really condition your mind na it's really not an easy competition. As much as how people view it. It's really not easy. And it takes a lot of guts then to join things like this. But it will be worth it. As long as you have your purpose, kung bakit ka sumasali, and you have a heart to win it, parang go lang. Do your own thing. And very important then that you need to find people who support you. Kahit pa 2 lang yan or 3 lang sila. As long as there is one person who believes in you and trusts you na kaya mo, go for it. Because walang mawawala sa'yo if you don't really try. And yun nga, this industry is it's a very good industry, but at the same time, I really need to have a thick face because a lot of eyes are on you. And you will be criticized from head to toe, but you have to know that you also need to accept a lot of constructive criticisms. You also need to know or to compare alin yung healthy na opinions or healthy na criticisms sa hindi. Diba? As long as it's something that you know would help you, accept it. Kasi ako, like right now, something that I've learned from my Miss World Philippines experience was to take constructive criticism seriously and not personally naman. Ako, I don't really get offended. Like before, what I always say na if someone would say na, ay, parang ang pangit ang styling mo here sa shoot mo, or hindi maganda yung makeup mo, I really don't get offended as long as, this person means well naman, or napaka-polite nung manner niya of saying. I don't really take offense sa ganon. Kasi alam mo naman kung binabash ka or hindi. But as long as you know na it's something that will help you in your journey, accept it. Kasi doon ka din matututo. And sometimes yung mga taong yan, blessing yan na kung hindi sinabi sa'yo ng particular person, hindi mo mapapansin na there's really something pala na you need to work on. So at least, napaghandaan mo na siya para pagdating ng competition, ready ka na. And kumaga na-practice mo na yung mga bagay na kailangan mong gawin before the finals na yan.
Correct. It's like also wake-up call din, di ba? Para maging aware ka. So, yun.
Yes.
So, we have 7 questions from your fans. First, the Philippines has become the powerhouse in the pageant world. What do you think are the main reasons that made this possible?
Well, maybe because we Filipinos, na beauty queen naman or hindi, it's so innate for us Filipinos to have a heart for our country. Like, we love our country so much. And that's the reason why, talented din kasi tayo in a way na we really know how to interact with other people. Since, diba, we live in the Philippines, and yung country natin, ang daming foreigners. It's a fusion of different races, different cultures, iba-ibang race. So I think we grew up in a society na it taught us how to be open-minded. Kaya madali tayo makipag-interact sa mga tao na coming from international scene, alam mo yun, or international, or other countries rather. So I feel like kaya mas naging iconic yung mga beauty queens natin is because they really know how to showcase our country very well sa national stage. Na they are stepping on stage with Philippines in their mind, in their hearts. Kaya mahirap siya baliin kasi napaka-natural, napaka-authentic wherever they're coming from. Yung love nila for the country and their love to represent the country. Yun din yung nakikita ko. And tsaka siguro naturally palaban tayo, 'di ba? Parang hindi lang din sa beauty pageant, even sa sports, 'di ba? Sa boxing, ganyan, 'di ba? Gustong-gusto natin nanonood ng mga ganyan. As long as there's one Filipino who represents something sa kahit na anong larangan, we support it, we watch it, and we are also proud of it. So I think kaya rin nagiging icons yung mga, or nagiging powerhouse tayo ng mga beauty queens is because maraming Filipinos ang pageant fans din. Like ako, I'm such a pageant fan. So siguro kaya laging buo yung confidence ng mga candidates natin na pinapadala internationally is because ramdam nila yung support din natin as a fan, as a pageant fan, na mas naging motivated sila to fight or to compete because they know na the whole Philippines kasi is supporting them. So yun, feeling ko kaya naging iconic yan sila Miss Pia Wurtzbach, yan si Catriona, because sobrang natin silang sinuportahan. Parang we really rooted for them. So, feeling ko doon nila nakuha yung confidence talaga.
True. Iba talaga mag-support ang Filipino. We're very passionate. True. Next question is, do you think the winner in beauty pageant is chosen before the finals night?
Well, I hope not. So far, I haven't experienced it naman, yung ganong scenario. But, I hope not. Siguro, alam ko may mga ganong times na nangyayari siya. I mean, we can't deny.
Correct.
Hindi lang sa national pageants, pwede din sa mga regional, sa mga city pageants, provincial pageants. Nangyayari siya, di ba? We can't really deny it. But, siguro it's sad kung ganun yung magiging setup, diba? Parang we all work hard to compete. We prepared a lot. Tapos at the end of the day, meron na palang mananalo. Oo. Yung favoritism kasi it's something that you can't, it's very inevitable. Yung mga ganyang favoritism. Kahit saan naman diba? We all experience that. But, at the end of the day, it would be sad kung ganun. But, yun nga, sa finals night pa rin naman magkakaalaman. Parang dun
Totoo.
pa din naman yung real competition. So, it's something
Competition.
that people really should look forward to. Yung main competition talaga is on the finals night. Kung sino man yung malakas ngayon or popular ngayon, it could be something na hindi consistent sa magiging results ng finals night, diba?
Finals
Yun
night,
din, like
correct.
nung Miss World, parang hindi din ako ganun napapansin noon nung before ng pageant namin.
So, parang dark
parang,
horse ka?
Oo, something like that. Yeah, parang hindi ako laging nasa top picks, yung mga ganun. But for some reason, I landed sa top 5. So,
Second
yun
princess.
din yung mindset ko now na I might not be everyone's favorite, but at the end of the day, it still boils down to the finals night. Correct. Kung ano mangyayari sa finals night. Kasi we'll never know talaga. We'll
Correct.
never know.
Yun yung totoong laban sa finals night.
Yes.
Next question is, beauty pageants usually choose their winners based on beauty of face, figure, and intelligence. If you could add a criteria on to pick the winner, what would it be and why?
Probably their advocacy. I think
ganda.
hindi siya, yes, it is a highlight naman sa mga beauty pageants, but sa finals night kasi it's so, I think wala pa ako nakikita na gano'n, na naha-highlight talaga specifically yung advocacy nila.
Which is very important talaga.
Parang mostly we are just parang represented by, ako like me, Makati City or kung anong province, but we really don't get to showcase yung advocacy namin itself. And hindi siya nag-grade. Although, feeling ko, parang mahirap siya i-judge, based sa advocacy because lahat naman yun relevant, lahat importante, lahat dapat maging aware, dapat i-campaign lahat ng mga advocacies na yan. Wala namang negative na beauty pageant advocacy, diba? But yun, siguro it would have to be advocacy talaga.
True. Tama nga naman. Next question is, who is the former beauty queen that you are looking up to and why?
Forever Miss Pia Wurtzbach.
Na-meet mo na
I'm
siya.
such a huge fan of... Yes,
I
actually met her before...
before.
Yes, but before that, ang pinaka-first ko siyang na-meet nung hindi pa siya sumasali ng Binibini.
Okay.
Hindi pa siya... I think sumali na siya noon, pero yung year... That was the year before she joined for her third time, nung kinuranahan na siya.
Okay.
I saw her one time sa isang audition or go-see for a fashion show. Parang she was lining up, ganyan, to audition or to go to have the go-see sa competition. Because, of course, I know her. Although, nung time na yun kasi hindi pa siya like super sikat. But she's a personality, diba? She's a celebrity na at that time. And yung name niya talaga parang very familiar sa ating lahat. So, noong nakita ko siya doon, parang basta ganda-ganda talaga ako sa kanya. Tapos parang feeling ko super bait niyang tao. And then, after a year siguro, doon na siya kinuranahan as Miss Universe Philippines. Ayun. And sobrang na-inspire talaga ako rather sa story niya na yun nga, nakailang try siya, ganyan. And doon niya kasi na-prove na there's really nothing wrong sa pagiging trying hard. Di ba tayo mga Pinay, parang hate natin yun, ano ba yan, trying hard naman ng girl na yan. But,
totoo, madaming
if you think about it,
ka pa.
Di ba, if you think about it, walang masama sa pagiging trying hard. It's actually good na that's how passionate you are and determined you are to really get to where you want to be and to achieve your goals. Ibig sabihin, ganun ka-focus and that's really how hard you work for para sa kung anumang career or anumang crown na gusto mo, diba? Yun, parang siya yung nag-break nung ganong stigma sa ating lahat na sabihin ka man ng negative ng mga tao na sali ka na sali, ganyan, trying hard ka. But at the end of the day, nakuha mo yung crown, diba? Parang napakaganda niyang testimony na oo, naging trying hard ako makakuha ng crown, but look at me, 'di ba? Right now, it's worth it. It's worth it pala. Lahat ng struggles, lahat ng disappointments mo sa sarili mo, parang at the end of the day, bibigyan ka pala ni Lord ng napakagandang blessing to represent the Philippines and to win the international crown. So, who would have thought, 'di ba? Kaya up until now, I really admire her and sobrang bait niya pa rin. She's very, very humble. Yun din yung na-appreciate ko sa kanya na no matter how far she's gone, professionally. Sobrang bait niyang tao, very humble, and she's always so willing to share her knowledge, her experiences sa pagiging iconic na beauty queen because hindi lahat ganun ka-open or hindi lahat ganun ka-approachable when it comes to things like that. Kung yung mga beauty queen secrets nila, parang napaka-tagong-tago talaga na walang makakaalam. But she's so willing to share yung story niya and yung mga strategies niya in being a beauty queen. Yun. I really appreciate that from her.
Totoo. Talagang, 'di ba, siya yung na-try ng try lang, wala namang mawawala. Parang gano'n. Tama. Next question is, who is better teacher in life, success or failure?
But based on my experience, it would have to be failure. And there's always beauty. There's always there's a very unique sense of beauty from every mistakes, every scars, every failures that we experience in our lives. And ang maganda doon is every time na we have setbacks in our lives or we have failures, there's no way then up. Parang, there's no way na bababa ka pa because you were already there, but there's no way but to go up and to rise up and continue the fight. And at the end of the day, yung mga success stories that we know right now came from a very, very humble beginning. And I think the reason why a lot of yung mga successful people right now, they would always say na yung mga failures nila, yung mga mistakes nila was the best teacher because that's where they learned na whatever aspect they need to work on. And yun yung nakaka-inspire din. Like ako personally, yun nga, whatever I have experienced in the past because of my anxiety and stuff like that, who would have thought, diba, na parang one day I would speak up about it pala, na one day I would inspire people because of my testimony. Parang ngayon, I wouldn't even believe it if I'd tell it sa old self ko noong time na yun na, alam mo, one day, magiging inspiration ka sa ibang tao. Parang I wouldn't even believe that. So, yun, siguro, there's really beauty sa ganong aspect in your life na whatever problems or whatever failure, whatever mistakes, babangon ka and it will be worth it. It's not easy, but yung process of you getting out of that will be worth it. And one day you will find purpose from every mistakes and failures.
Correct. Kasi kapag nasa taas ka, dun mo na ma-realize, ay, kaya pala ganito yung nangyari sa akin. Parang ganon.
Yes.
Tapos iba yung feeling kapag nasa taas ka na, yung na-achieve mo na yung goals mo. Parang ganon.
Totoo.
After all the failures. So, next question. This will be the last question from your fans. Describe a modern Filipina.
Oh, I think a modern Filipina who is someone who still would embrace the very traditional aspects of being a Filipina, yung very po and opo, yung who would still like na naligawan or to be pursued, yung maging soft-spoken and stuff like that. I think yung modern Filipinas ngayon should be someone who really values that. Yung principles natin as a Filipina, yung mga sinabi ng mga grandparents natin, how we should behave and stuff like that. It should be a core. But she should also be someone who would be so open to adapt to different changes, to new life principles, to new goals, to new life ventures na she would take. Because at the end of the day, I think the modern Filipina nowadays, they are stronger. I think they are more determined.
Fierce.
They already know what they want.
Correct.
Without even telling them. And it goes to show talaga na we are very talented. Actually, that's the reason why I have my official hashtag, which is IVANNA ang Pinay, is because I want to showcase sa buong mundo na iba na talaga maging Pinay, that because of that kasi it's resulted from me being inspired by different Filipinas na I know, like my mom, my tita, yung mga kapitbahay ko, even my chosen beneficiary, si Ate Mary Chris. I've known a lot of Filipinas na very multifaceted, very talented, whether they're a mom, a student or a career woman, diba? They are all amazing and they know how to work hard. Kaya, yun, I chose IVANNA ang Pinay because I really want to showcase sa buong mundo na ibang-iba na talaga ang Pinay, diba? It's something that we should embrace then at the same time. Now we are able to adapt to change. We're able to equal ourselves sa dinidictate ng society na dapat yung girls sa bahay lang or dapat hindi ka overachiever kasi nakaka-intimidate yan, diba? We shouldn't be limited to who we are as a person. And yun, to be a modern Filipina nga should be pagiging open, having an open mind, and being able to adapt to new changes in life.
Correct. Kumbaga, fierce palaban na ngayon ang mga Pilipino.
Yes, diba?
Kung kaya din ng mga lalaki, diba? Why not? Diba? Kaya din ng mga babae.
Yes, that's true. Oo.
Let's go to our final 3 questions. Oh my God.
Okay.
Parang kailan, no? First question is, top 3 qualities that you think Miss Universe of Philippines should possess?
Firstly, Miss Universe Philippines winner should possess leadership skills. She should be someone who can really lead people to or impact the lives of people for them to make a difference sa respective communities nila. And if you think about it, parang, whoa, paano ba maging paano ba maging leader sa community? But firstly, syempre, you really need to be responsible then as a citizen. And from that, a lot of people will see na yung outlook mo sa life, on how you take care of the environment, how you become a sustainable citizen. People will see that. And if a queen or a beauty queen possess a good leadership skill, people would know, people would listen to that specific person. Secondly, someone who really embraces her being as a Filipina. It's important that she knows the true values of being a Filipina, and it's something that she can carry or possess when she becomes the Miss Universe sa international scene. Na if people get to know her, malalaman nila na, ay, ang mabait pala ng mga Filipinos. No, it's so good pala to live in the Philippines. Na it's really more fun in the Philippines. So she should embody what it's like to be a Filipina. Third, probably someone who is very responsible, who has the same vision or mission with the organization, and who is willing to work with them wholeheartedly, because we all know that at the end of the day, Miss Universe Philippines, the crown is also a job itself, and it entails a lot of duties, a lot of responsibilities, diba? A lot of hard work, a lot of focus, determination, and it's not an easy task, but at the end of the day, someone who could truly represent the organization. Na if people would hear Miss Universe Philippines, they're the pageant who always advocates for the Filipinos' welfare, who would advocate for to better the lives of the Filipinos.
Correct. Tama naman. Correct. I love these qualities. Next question is, what is a phenomenal woman? Since ito yung tagline or slogan.
Yes. For me, a phenomenal woman is someone who truly knows her very, very authentic self. Someone who embraces that and is not ashamed for his strengths, for her weaknesses. Someone who knows that it's important to be a very responsible person for the people around her. Someone that people can look up to. Not because she's perfect, but because she has a heart for the needy. She has a sensitive heart for people who needs help, who needs a friend, to listen to. And right now, at this time of pandemic, I think a phenomenal woman should be someone who is willing to reach out for the people who is suffering from a lot of things. It should not be parang financial thing, diba? Parang we could all be of help sa isa't isa by actually, right now, na hindi tayo nagkakasama, di ba? Everything is online. Everything is virtual. But as long as you are someone who inspire people through the message that you want to convey,
Correct.
being an inspiration to them, na very practical lang, being able to have a very powerful command sa mga tao around you, I think you would be considered as phenomenal woman. And I think lahat naman ng women sa mundo are phenomenal in their own
Correct.
little ways.
Anyways.
They just have to discover it. And it's not
Correct.
an easy process, but along the way, they will learn a lot of things. And they just need to discover their core values, their true authentic self. And from that, they can be the most phenomenal woman that they know sa life nila.
Galing. True. Tama nga naman. Next question. This will be the last question for final 3.
Okay.
Ready ka na ba?
Yes, ready.
All right. Why you should be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
For me, I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines 2020 because I know and I believe the mission and vision of Miss Universe Philippines. And I know that I would be able to represent the organization in the best of my ability. I know that I am a very good spokesperson. I'm a conversationalist type of person. And I love interacting and talking to people. And I think this organization, as the first ever Miss Universe Philippines, would need someone like me who can really have a good rapport to the audience, to the fans, and to the Filipinos, and to develop a sense of leadership. And at the end of the day, it would be a huge honor and a pleasure to be the first ever Miss Universe Philippines. And right now, it would be an honor then to have it as a job. If ever I would win, I would only have 1 year for this reign, but I want to make it count. I want to be able to not just work with the organization, but also spearhead some initiatives that I could personally pass on or build as a legacy and something that I can pass on to the next queens of Miss Universe Philippines.
Perfect. I like that. At least, maganda talaga yung purpose mo for the crown, di ba?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I had so much fun talking with you. At
Thank
least,
you ako
di ba? Hindi natin nawala yung oras. 1 hour, ilang na. Oh my God, may interview ka pa pala. But at least, alam ng pageant angels, di ba? Nalaman nila yung story mo. At,
yes. Thank you so much.
Galing. Ang galing. Ang galing mo. May laban, di ba? At saka yung sagot may substance talaga, di ba?
Oh, thank you so much.
At saka ngayon nag-bloom ka talaga, no?
Yes, thank you so much.
Galing.
Yeah.
Kasi ang ganda ng styling mo ngayon. Kudos to your team behind
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Gwen Delara,
Shout
my makeup
out,
hair and makeup artist.
Galing.
Thank you so much.
Continue lang yung style na yan until finals.
Okay, noted.
Ang galing,
Thank you so much.
Ang galing. So yun, thank you for your time. At saka promote your social media accounts and also the ring lights tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you all so much to everyone who has subscribed to the Ring Light series, who used my referral code RL Makati. So again, a portion of that will be will be given straight to my beneficiary, Ate Mary Chris. She's our neighbor. She's a little person, but I'm so proud of her because she's one of the most phenomenal women that I know in my life, because yung size niya wasn't a hindrance to be able to achieve her dreams, not just for herself, but also for her family. So again, thank you to everyone who has used my referral code. And I also want to thank my team Makati, to Kuya Roy, Jack, my sister, Gilbert, to Mama Ange. Thank you all so much for the support. And as well as lahat ng Makatizens out there who just never fails to support me. Thank you, because up until now, you're still there to believing in me and trusting in me. And I hope to make you proud. I hope that lahat ng support niyo will I will be able to return every single support, every single love that you have given me. And yun, thank you all so much. And thank you sa'yo, Rafi.
Thank you,
Thanks for having me.
And promote your social media accounts kung saan
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram. That's at IVANNA KAMIL PACIS _ That's just my name with the underscore. And you can also like my official Facebook page, IVANNA KAMIL PACIS. Thank
Alright. Thank you.
you.
Isa ka sa aabangan ko this
Oh,
finals sa Miss
thank you
Universe
so
Philippines.
much.
Then, break a
Mhm.
leg, get that crown. I'm ready
Thank
for
you,
you to
Rafi.
pasabog. Oh,
Oh.
thank
Thank you,
you.
Rafi. And thanks to all
Stay
the pageant
healthy and God bless.
angels.
Oh, thank you
Stay
ulit.
safe.
Oo.
God
Bye-bye.
bless. Bye.